Say hello,
Hello.
good morning,
Good morning.
and welcome to our day.
Good morning. Yay!
I just woke up from my nap and these two are being so stinking adorable. Oh my goodness, I wondered where one of them was. I couldn't find them. And then I saw Pickle at the back. Oh, you're cute. And you know it. Good evening.
Hi.
We were just discussing, Pickle was in the tent, and all of a sudden her birthday ball that she brought yesterday, she picked, which was adorable by the way, it just suddenly started rolling out from the corner of Soph's chair, and it just reminded me of a horror film. I was not okay with it.
No.
So it's been a bit of a busy day. Woke up early because I had my CPN come in, and for those who don't know, that's the community psychiatric nurse. She rung up last week following that letter I received about my budget and arranged to come out today just to see how I was doing, because obviously it was quite brutal, the letter was.
Very.
If you missed that vlog, I get a budget each month. I got, 5 years ago? No.
Yeah.
4 years ago, I was in a secure mental health unit because my depression was really, really low, and I ended up being put on a section. Following a section, in certain areas of the UK, there was something called a 117 aftercare, and within that, you can get a budget to help keep you distracted, like I've got with crafts, or you can do it to join a gym, or initially I had it to go horse riding because I was horse riding, but then my back got worse and then my lungs got worse and now I can't go horse riding, so we changed it over to doing crafts.
That just made me think, did the payments for the horse riding come into it at all? Like, did they have the payments for that, or are they thinking
The budget wasn't here yet.
Okay.
It was literally, I was just horse riding.
I remember.
Just as I was about to apply for the budget for the horse riding, I then couldn't go horse riding anymore, so I get it on crafts. And then obviously there was all the shit where they turned and said that I had basically stole £900 to not follow my contract, and I had to pay it back. Obviously there was a load of stress with that. My CPM found out, and she came out today to check to see how things are, fill out a care needs assessment form to keep the finance team happy, basically, to say that I still need the budget. And then literally about an hour after my CPN went, the finance team rang me, and it was their manager, and the lady who's been ignoring my emails was in the background because the person on the phone kept saying, hang on a minute, and then would go off and I would hear her name. So I knew she was there. And basically, they admit that part of it is their fault because they should have done an audit before now, because it's been nearly 3 years. So they can't expect me to have kept receipts that whole time. And I pretty much have. I've gone back, because I've spent most of it online. I just went back into my folders and I was able to get the receipts for it. But initially they then said they wanted to come to an agreement, because even though the other night I sent another 50 odd receipts that equated to over £900, they turned and said that I still owed them 300 and something. I was just like, where are you getting this from? I literally just sent you receipts and I calculated it, like all of it, and it was over £900. Basically, where I buy like stamps for like craft work, where I do like print off photos to make cards, and pictures and God knows what else. What's the matter?
Well, I think she's dreaming, but she's touching in a really weird way, and it's creeping me out.
She's just dreaming.
Yeah, but it looks really creepy.
She's fine. Yeah, whereas like some of the stuff I buy is like what I just said, they wasn't taking that into account. They thought that that was like personal stuff, me doing whatever and just buying it with that money, and I was just like, no, this is what I do with it. So I turned and said to them, look, go away, look at the receipts again, and if there's anything that you think is not craft related, like the stamps, to ring me back and tell me what they are, and I can tell you what I made with it.
Yeah,
And
like you even said that you could send pictures as proof.
they didn't want me to send pictures. They said that I've done plenty of trying to get like all the receipts and everything together. They didn't want to put more strain on me.
Well, if they're gonna make us pay back money, then we're gonna send back pictures.
My arm is wobbling.
And basically they never rang me back. So I've got a feeling, unless they ring tomorrow, I've got a feeling that they're gonna say that they've royally screwed up and literally thought all these things that didn't look craft related, they've just turned and said that it was personal use, instead of it being like mixed media art. Which, if that's the case, I'm gonna be so pissed, because
all of this has happened for nothing in that case.
yeah, it just means that instead of them using their noggin and picking up the phone and asking, look, we've seen this on your receipts, what is it you actually used it for? They've just basically accused me of stealing it and using it for my own personal use.
Yeah, because things like, for example, the receipts, for example, if we send in a receipt for stamps, we specifically picked that receipt out because that one purchase was craft related. It's not like we sent off like a Tesco receipt that had a few bits of crafts on it.
Yeah.
That was just like a specific
One receipt with one
receipt,
item on. So, who knows? They might ring again tomorrow and question it, but I did say for them to ring today and they haven't, so
we shall see.
yes. And then following my nap, Sophie's been playing on the VR machine most of the day. She got a thing on there that basically when you put the machine on and you look around, it had the aurora lights, which was just amazing.
Because you've always wanted to go, haven't you?
Yeah.
And to be fair, I had as well, but you in particular, and like specifically with how your health is now, it definitely ingrained it into our heads that we're never going to get to see it. So I hunted it down on there, didn't I?
Yeah.
And I found it, and I was like, babe, put this on your face right now.
Yeah.
And then you did, and then you saw it, and it was awesome.
I mean, we have seen part of the aurora lights here when you're out the front.
Well, I think we've tried videoing it for you guys before. It might not have been very successful, though, I can't remember.
At certain times of the year when there's no cloud cover and things like that, we get part of the green glow, and it is just amazing. It's not like how the aurora lights is, but it's the green glow, and it's the fact that we can still see it all the way in Cornwall. So after we did that, I've literally been sat here doing like a ton of craft stuff. I've made 5 birthday cards, and I had some more like fabric-y materials, which I'll show you in a minute, which I'm going to be hopefully making bows with to sell on the Walking on Rainbows page. So I'm going to flip the camera around, show you what everything we've got, and then we've got something hilarious to show you afterwards.
Very hilarious.
So I'm going to flip the camera around. So, birthday card number 1. Unicorn! Birthday card number 2. Simple, but effective, I think. The one with the rainbow banner.
I really like that one. To be fair, I like all of them, so...
Card number 3. An octopus. This one we got a bit stuck with because, as you can see, there's only 6 tentacles and octopus have 8. But I didn't know where to put the other 2 tentacles. And we figured putting it up there, it wouldn't work. So we're hoping the recipient will just assume that they're just going out behind and you can't see. But I wanted to like make the bubbles in the right end look like bubbles. And I think I've pulled it off. Card number 4. Here's a little Buddha, which I think is actually quite adorable. And it, or monk thing. I think they're the same sort of thing. I don't know. Monk part. I don't even know Buddha's.
Monks, but I don't know.
It's something in that family.
Yeah.
And it says, no. All that we are is the result of what we have thought. The mind is everything. What we think, we become. And I thought that was just like a really cool quote. And very like zen.
Yeah.
And then the last card is a skeleton's hand handing over a present. Because why not? And I like this one as well.
Yeah.
Then before the birthday cards, I was making these templates. All different shapes and whatever else. Because I have this like uber cool, super gorgeous variation, 2 secs, of like fake leather stuff that is just pretty awesome, really. So there's these ones which I already had. There's also in here like just block colours, which I really like this one.
I mean, those are some stunning colours, aren't they?
Yeah. And then today arrived ones that I have been waiting literally 2 months for. And then the first one is this, and it's those LOL character things. So that's pretty dang cute. But the best of all, ta-da! Lion King! Ooh.
Everybody's sorry about you, man. I was like, what happened over here? Yep, we all heard that. Yeah.
And that cough.
Yeah.
I need to do my nabs. So I'm excited to get this done. And basically, I've made one already. Huh?
She just looks like she's leg weird.
Oh.
She's trying to fill herself a crock.
No. I've made one already. It's not sewn yet, but here is what I've made so far. Ta-da! And it's on like a little hairband. But how stinking cute is this? I really like it. Now I've just got to hope that other people will and would want to buy it, basically. So that's today's craftiness. And the next thing we're going to show you is
Laughable.
2 presents we bought our nephew Zach ready for Christmas. One is freaking awesome.
It is.
Totally recommend it. Just, we saw it online and we were like, that's cool. But when it came, geez, it's just
Really?
fantastic.
Yeah.
The other, we were slightly confused when we picked up the parcel because of the size.
Yeah.
It's very large. Probably about 3 foot long by about 1.5 feet wide.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And when we looked at it, we were like, bloody hell, this is amazing. Was not expecting this. Wait till you see it as soon as I flip the camera around. So this is the one that is bloody awesome. Literally this opens right up. You put the Play-Doh in this little gadget here and it makes teeth, which then slot in here. You then can use Play-Doh to put on your toothbrush and you can brush all your teeth. You can drill the teeth and put fillings in. You've got a little mirror to look at behind the teeth, so it kind of gets them used to going to the dentist, really. And then this little gadget makes brace blocks, and then you get a bit of the red Play-Doh and make the wires. So it shows you how to have braces as well.
Yeah, we just thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can see it here. There's like a little fill-in there. I mean, it's just adorable.
Yeah, and it's also really cool because every time I used to see Zach when I had my braces, every time he would always ask what they were, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Because apart from me, he didn't know anybody with braces. So when he used to see us, it was just like, what is that?
Yeah.
So it's just really cool that he's going to be able to play with them.
Yep. And then obviously there's like the tweezers that you can pull the teeth out and put it in, and then use the tweezers to pull the teeth out of there. But literally this whole box is jam-packed. And the reason why I say that,
you're about to find out,
is from the other present. So here it is. This is my hand. So it gives a little bit of a size comparison. And let's just say, here's a Sharpie. Everybody knows what what the size of a Sharpie is. And you would think, my God, look at this. This is amazing paint, creativeness. And then we opened the box. I think it's one of the sides I've already opened. I think it's that side. Dun, dun, dun! So, you get 4 paints there, 4 paints there, 5 paintbrushes, a thin sheet of paints, some foam shapes to make paint with, and a foam roller, which that is pretty much it. Underneath, you would think because of the box you would be getting paper and canvases and everything else, but no, that is it. I'll get Mr. Sharpie again. I mean, they could probably fit it all in that. It is such a waste.
Yeah, I mean, if they'd used the full depth, then yes, they could have. If they didn't want to use the full depth, they could have put that there and that there.
Yeah.
They would have saved themselves a third of the cardboard, which means that they have less production and everything.
Production waste and shit.
Yeah, less production waste and everything.
The cost to send it would be cheaper.
Yeah, but no.
And now what we are going to do is, because we thought, we can't give Zach
an empty
that and have him open it to see that. We were disappointed.
Yeah.
So he's going to be. So we're going to be taking this out. We're going to put all of these just loose in there. And we're going to get a roll of paper and a multitude of different sized canvases to fill the rest of this dead space.
Yeah, maybe some more, I know for example that in Poundland they usually have pots of different types of paint tools, ones with sponges on the end and little spatula
We
type
can get some
ones.
glitter.
Yeah, so we're probably going to be getting things like that because we're just really disappointed. I mean, if it wasn't such a big box, then it wouldn't have looked so disappointing, but it just looks like an empty box.
Yep. And kids think big presents are going to be great because that's just what's in their mind. But that is not great. Full stop. So let's put this back in the box.
Indeed.
But other than that, that's pretty much been our day. Tomorrow we're out with my mum and stepdad at the Eden Project. They've come down on holiday like randomly for a week, which I still find weird that they've come on holiday
To where we live.
in the area that we live. It's just bizarre.
It's so funny.
Mum was putting on Facebook that she was visiting a local town that is literally 20 minutes up the road
Yeah.
from us, and it's bizarre.
It is. It's weird.
Hopefully by tomorrow my lungs might be a little bit better. They've been junky, I've been burning up, sweating out. Today has not been a good day lung-wise.
Yes, and obviously tomorrow we've been in lots of humidified areas and very high temperatures and then cold temperatures.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting.
Indeedy. But it's a day out.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity to see my mum, which we don't see often.
And it'll be fun. It'll
Yeah.
be nice.
So that's kind of why we haven't really vlogged today, is because other than this evening, we've actually done nothing all day.
No, not really.
Apart from my appointment this morning.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go up and do my nebs. Soph's going to do my meds. Dixie really loves her birthday ball.
Alba really loves her non-birthday present.
Birthday penguin.
Yeah.
And on that note, thanks for being on this day with us. And we'll see you tomorrow. You coming up as well, Alba?
Yeah. I can't get up here.
Oh.
Are we all gonna face Mommy?
Look at
Are we
me.
gonna face the people?
Dixie. Good night, everyone.
Oh, Mummy, you said goodnight. Does that mean that?